they adjust, the age of the child, and the short-term and long-term effects. It can take a child anywhere from a year to 3 years to adjust to their situation. Sometimes it can even take as long as 5, depending on the circumstances surrounding the divorce. The parents need to know how important it is to realize the child's reactions. Some may be short-term reactions and others may be long-term reactions that could be positive or negative depending on how the parents are able to help their child. There are some factors that may affect adjustment. The level of conflict between a parent is one of the most significant factors affecting the adjustment of the children. Having a child being exposed to constant fighting, criticism, custody battles can be very damaging to the child. When parents are able to set their differences aside and are able to cope with one another, the child's adjustments will improve tremendously. Parents can't allow the other parent's actions to affect the relationship with your child. Even though you have an uncooperative spouse, you need a stable relationship to keep a positive influence in your child's life. Another large determining factor is how the parents adjust to the divorce. Children normally look up to their parents for signs that the family can and will get through this. Parents need to be the role model and have an appropriate and healthy way to deal with the divorce. The choices the parents make will impact the child's life for better or worse. Parents also want to make sure that they are giving the child reassuring information that will be supportive and helpful to them and keep their mind on track. You want the child to know that they are loved and the divorce is not their fault. Make sure the information is age appropriate. Answer any questions they have about the divorce and let them know that everything will be okay. Never discuss issues with children such as court matters, child support, finances, and other intimate details. Also avoid placing the blame on the other parent. Level of support is another factor that can affect the child's adjustment. You want to minimize the changes in the child's environment as much as possible. Divorce can lead a child to be anxious or insecure. Maintaining the same school, outside activities, or neighborhood friends can be helpful. Make sure that the child is able to maintain contact with extended family members on both sides. Children need someone safe they feel comfortable talking to about their feelings. Depending on the child's personality, there are many different ways they will respond to the situation. Some children are better at coping with stressful situations, while others may deal with stress by acting out. Parents need to notice any drastic changes in their behavior, and if behavior is considered to be constant, seek out professional help. Children have different personalities and have different ways of dealing with stress. Some children are capable of dealing with stress generated by divorce. Helping your child find ways of coping with their feelings and as well as stress will greatly benefit them. Child of different ages react to divorce differently. Toddlers are confused about what is going on. They don't have the coping skills, and as a result of this, they can be more vulnerable to emotional problems later in life. Younger children may feel that their parents' divorce is their fault. For toddlers, the family is the center of the universe, especially their parents. They need a lot of attention, care, love, and confirmation from them. After divorce, they become even more dependent on their parents. For school-age children, divorce can impact their education negatively. They wish their responsibility for not their parents' separation, but also for the positivity of bringing them back together. Children ages 6 through 12 grieve the loss of their parents' marriage. Children have no option in divorce and feel out of control. When they feel out of control, it causes an aggressive behavior. In this age group, it is clear that the parents have detached from one another and that the child begins to criticize one parent and may start to take sides. Boys become more rebellious and aggressive, and girls tend to become more anxious and withdrawn. Short-term effects may include anger, sadness, depression, opposition, non-compliance, life stress, acting out, lower self-concept, and increased dependency. In 1985, Wallerstein did a study, a 5-year follow-up of divorced children, and results showed that persistence of anger at the parent who has initiated divorce, and intensity of longing for the absent visiting parent. He then later did a 10-year follow-up with the same children, and information showed that dominant feeling of sorrow about their parents' divorce still existed, and these are some quotes from the young adults. My life would have been happier if my parents hadn't divorced. Divorce was better for them, but not for me. I lost my family. I lost the experience of growing up in a family unit. Walter Seed's 10-year follow-up plan suggests that some effects of divorce are long-lasting. A number of young adults were burdened by vivid memories of the divorce, their feeling of sadness and resentment at the parents. The weight of research shows that if they were an ideal world, children are far better in nurturing two-parent families than those in single-parent and step-parent.